Howdy folks, today I'm giving a demonstration of how I oil my field controlled power venter for my oil furnace. It's supposed to be done once or twice a year. It's a pain in the butt to do, but it's worth it because these units are about $600 if you buy it and install it yourself. Those screws are very tiny, very easy to lose. If you drop one on the ground, you may as well consider it gone unless you have sharp eyes. So I got into this because it's cheaper than having my oil repair guy do it at $100 an hour. And I'm using Mobile One because even though Fields Control sells a tiny little bottle of oil, which is about 25 bucks, I did ask them what was so special about it, and they explained to me that it is a multi-temperature synthetic oil. So that's essentially the same as Mobile One, I queried to them, and they really couldn't disagree that point, because that's what Mobile One is. It's a multi-temperature synthetic oil. So when I do this, I just use a few drops a year, and it keeps the motor noticeably quieter, and that's really an indication that one of the big indicators you can tell when you know that your blower is needing lubrication is that it gets louder. Better not to wait till it gets louder, but if you have one and you don't understand why, you don't know about the oiling and you don't understand why it's getting louder, chances are the motor is getting drier. So good to do, good to keep up on, good maintenance to keep up on anyway. Working upside down is definitely not fun to try to take this apart. Once you get your cover off, you'll see two little holes on the top of the motor. And what I'm using to oil this is a oral syringe. I got it from my dentist. You use them when you have wisdom teeth taken out or some kind of other surgery to irrigate the wound. What I did is I used it to suck up some 10W40 Mobile One, and then it doesn't have a real needle, see, so they don't mind giving them to you. It's just a plastic end. And then I squeeze a little bit into each hole until I've used it all up. It doesn't matter if you get a little on the outside. And then you just keep going back from the front hole to the back hole and put a little more in. I don't really have a measured amount. I just put in what I think is necessary for both holes, and I've never had any trouble with over oiling them. So essentially, that's all there is to it. You put the oil in the holes, and try to keep as clean and neat job as you can. And then, of course, you have to go through the whole process once you're done with this of putting the cover back on again, which is just as fun as it was taking it off. I figured with rust, the way things rust right here by the ocean, a little oil on the motor cover, it's not going to hurt anything. No risk of fire or anything like that. And now the reverse operation of putting it all back. If you remember which side is right side up. It's particularly hard in my case because my brother, when he renovated this house, he built the new part of the deck right over the top of the venter, which isn't good. It makes everything hard to get in the basement, hard for the oil man to fill up the oil, which is also under the deck, and hard to work on this venter. Now, fields controls do have, or there are for the oil company, I guess, sorry, regulations as far as how far above the ground the venter is, but there is no restrictions on being under a deck. It's just a pain in the butt to have to work with. All done. Pick up our tools and get out from under this deck. It sure feels good to stand up again, straight. Close the gate. Turn around. That's our next project, getting rid of this fallen tree. I'm going to try to trim it short and stand it up straight in a future video. And that's the view.